Hello and welcome to Lobajit Gaming and welcome to another fast Descendant video. So time to have a look at Ultimate Valby. She got a big rework. Several of her Transcendent modules became a little different. I'll focus just on the supply module in this one because it's completely different now. It used to be that she would get skill critical hit rate increase when she was standing in water. Now the gun gets the crit rate increase, so it's more of a hybrid setup now. You also get ammo back and things like that. So so I have a Vulgus here. Let me just go over the skills first and then we'll talk about the build because quite a few things have changed. It's not complicated, but there's quite a lot going on. When attacking while on water, increases firearm attack and firearm critical hit rate and increases the attribute trigger rate of firearms. Has a chance to acquire rounds for the currently equipped firearm. Puddles created by skills are also considered water when attacking enemies with laundry using a firearm. So what is laundry? Laundry is basically if enemies are standing in the puddle, they get inflicted by this status. You can see on the right, it's like a circular thing. It reduces their electrical skill resistance and their non-attribute resistance. So when attacking enemies which already have the laundry status, you also have a chance to inflict detergent drop. If you can see at the bottom, it looks like you're putting some detergent, and this will increase your critical hit damage of the firearm by 50%. Okay, so basically, if you see the stats here, I'm holding the Thunder Cage. Thunder Cage has a 33% critical hit rate. Now I'll do this with the second skill. We are standing on water, and we now have 66% critical hit rate. Okay, so that is how this works with the passive. And you also get ammo back. So notice how much ammo I have, 374. Look at that, it's 400 now. So keep shooting, it stays at 400. My doggo is the MP doggo, so the doggo is not giving me ammo. So you can see ammo will not be an issue with Valby. And you won't really have to reload either once we use the third skill. Anyway, we'll come to that later. Now for the first skill, Bubble Bullet. You fire the bubble bullet at the enemy, you do damage, it creates a puddle on the spot. Enemy standing in the puddle will once again take the laundry, which is again reducing their electric and non-attribute resistance. And then Bubble Bullet deals explosion damage to enemies in range when there are no more targets or when the max number of hits is exceeded. So when you have an enemy in front, you hit them, you put the puddle down, you put the washing laundry on them over here, this one. So it basically looks like water dripping. And yeah, that's how this works. Now, if there are no targets, your first skill doesn't work. You can see it says no target. So that is something you need to remember. Okay. Now on to the second skill, which is Plop. So this one, she transports or teleports to the location. And now it throws in the enemies in, puts a puddle down, and also inflicts knockback on the enemy. Okay. And of course, if they're standing in the puddle, they get the laundry thing again and so on. Now with the knockback, if you have multiple enemies getting knocked with your skill, because you're throwing all of them, you get your cooldown reduced for this skill. Okay, so at the moment, we only have one guy here. So pay attention to the second skill and notice the cooldown there. So you can see here 5-second cooldown here when we knock one of the enemies. Now what I'll do is I'll remove this one and I'll get multiple workers here. Let's get 5 like that. Okay, so now 5 enemies. Again, keep an eye on the cooldown. So we'll do the knockback thing and notice instant cooldown, like no cooldown at all. We are getting the skill back immediately. So we don't have to wait the 5 seconds. So try to get multiple enemies in together so that you can get this skill up. And it'll also throw all the enemies in together, making your life easier when it comes to using the other skills. Okay. Now let's have a look at the third skill, which is like the big deal here, the change, let's say. So this is called Bubble. So this is one of those continuously active skills. You press it, it stays active. First thing it does is it gives you instant reload when your rounds per magazine reaches 0. So let's press this, and I have 26 bullets in the Thunder Cage. You'll see it keeps firing. It just reloads as soon as it gets down to 0. So that is the first thing. Next thing, when Bubble is active, you can attack the enemies and it will inflict laundry. Again, laundry comes back in when the bubble is active. And this will appear with the gun or with the skill. Okay, with the skills, other skills already put the laundry anyway, but if you shoot, you'll also put the laundry thing. And then when you attack enemies that are already inflicted by laundry, you get something called washing. So if you see on the right, washing is basically more damage, more electric resistance reduction, more non-attribute reduction. And also forgot to mention the MP now, the damage scales with the MP. So if you see the formula over there, max MP times 0.308, which is a maximum of 200% that they give you. This is basically 650 MP. So if you can try to put 650, but you don't have to. You can go with 400, 450, 500, whatever is comfortable. It'll just scale your damage based on your MP. 650 is the max. Okay. So yeah, so where were we? So we inflict the washing on them. And then when we attack the enemy that already has the laundry with a gun, you will put washing. So washing looks like this one here. It's like a t-shirt that getting washed. And the important sign is you will have them in a bubble. Okay, so this one you can see has laundry. Now it has washing. This one has laundry. Now has washing. This one has laundry, almost about 10. Now has washing. So the laundry turns into washing. So you do more damage basically. That's all it is. So laundry, washing, puddle. You have to just remember these terms. Don't worry too much about them. You can just see with the laundry, you have water dripping down. You can see it just drips down. And with the washing, you have this t-shirt and you have the bubble. So yeah, so that's how you can remember. So yeah, so that is the third skill. And also finally, we have the good old laundry explosion. So unique weapon, make sure you have all the cores on your weapon because that will matter when it comes to the various things like skill power modifier, fire rate, skill effect range, rounds per magazine, etc. So put 5 cores on whatever weapon you're using and it'll equip the unique weapon. It'll shoot with the gun, obviously, and you'll do a lot of damage. And once again, it'll directly inflict washing. So previously we were attacking enemies with the laundry to get washing. Here it'll just put washing directly. So hopefully this is making sense because there are too many terms, too many laundry related terms. You can see with the washing, they all have the bubble. So bubble means washing, okay? So you can put washing directly. And of course, they're standing in the puddle and all of that. So they're taking damage, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, so this is basically how the skills work with Valby. Now let's look at the build. So with the build, we have the supply moisture, mid-air maneuvering, focus on non-attributes, focus on fusion because all our skills are now fusion. Okay, easy peasy. Non-attribute resistance, fusion amplification, non-attribute amplification, fusion amplification, MP conversion, nimble fingers for the cooldown, enlightenment for more MP. I have put increased HP. You can put another MP mod if you want it. You can put something like agony. If you're using increased HP, then something like Steel Vanguard will come into play. It'll be handy if you want, you can use that. Then we have one range module. And then for the Ancestors module, I have range, I have fusion power, I have duration. Ideally, instead of duration, I could have gone with MP. MP again would have been handy. But fusion power and range is also excellent because we want to max out the range as well. You can see 250% is maxed out. So we get a comfortable range. And this saves me the Arche tuning nodes for the range as well. So yeah, so simple build here. Like I said, increased HP, you can drop this and go for the HP conversion if you wanted. I put it last time and a lot of people were not happy. They said it's too squishy. This one here, HP conversion, this will reduce your HP by 50% and MP by 20%. It's not 50% of the total, it's 50% of like the default number. So it won't be a big drop. And then you'll get 20% more MP. So you can do that, or you can do something like agony. You'll get defense here and some more MP, or you can just go with increased HP and just be comfortable. For the trigger module, you have a lot of options. I tested several of them. In fact, this took the longest time to test. I'm getting similar results. You can use something like relative speed, Steel Vanguard. Relative speed will need you to shoot at the weak points. Steel Vanguard, if you have a lot of HP, this will be handy. You'll be doing continuous damage around you. You also have things like ground eruption. This will be handy if you're using the 4th skill. I found myself not using the 4th skill a lot. So that is why I did not go with that one. You also have things like Power Beyond, good old Power Beyond. You can still use that. Current Bonding also works. But again, this will only work against the bosses at the end of the dungeon, so you may not want to use it, but it can be handy there as well. I was getting very similar times. So I've settled with the Battering Ram, because with the second skill, the Clash type skill, you can teleport there. You'll reduce the resistances and the defense of the enemies further. By just doing that, you'll tow all of them together. Then you can use your fourth skill. So you have, I feel like, better flexibility. Also, I got the perfect rolls on the battering ram. Finally, you can see 1.5 seconds and 25% everywhere. So I was pretty happy. I wanted an excuse to use it. So yeah, so that is the trigger module. For the external components, it's the good old Enlightened Mage set. All 4 pieces. Let me just slowly go over this so you can see the rolls. Again, standard MP defense rolls. Okay. For the reactor, we have Materialized Mixture, Non-Attribute, and Fusion. We want cooldown, and actually forgot to change this. Instead of crit damage, you can go with the Fusion Powder. This would be better. Yeah, I've been testing without realizing I had the wrong reactor, because we are not building into crit here, but you can if you want it. So over here, this is the reactor. For the Arche tuning, I have this sort of setup. So because I have range on my Ancestors module, I'm not taking this side. I'm just taking the skill cost reduction, all of this. You're taking some of the duration, because I have duration on the Ancestors module. Otherwise, this will not activate without a mod. So we take all of this in the middle. We take the cooldown, we take the MP, we take the Arche Chain Catalyst, we take the skills here. So yeah, so that is basically the Arche tuning. Inversion Reinforcement, I have again Focus Boost to reduce the cost. I have Selective Neurostimulation to get the MP back. And I'm using the Fierce Wind for the Whirlwind, because I was testing that. It's still not ready. By the way, I feel like that might be the best gun for Valby. I'm currently using the Thunder Cage, and this is decent here as well. It's fun, but I want to test the Whirlwind, and once it's ready, I'll make a separate video using Valby to test that as well. But I tested it without even building it. You can see I don't even have a single extra copy, and I'm still missing 4 of the mods, and it was still almost keeping up with the Thunder Cage. So this should be fun when it's ready. For the doggo, I'm using the MP fellow, because again, we need MP. All the skills are using quite a bit of MP. MP is important in this build. And for the weapon, like I said, you can have the Peacemaker in hand to build up the stacks of your single reload for peace. And you also get the stacks from the external components, and then you can switch over to the Thunder Cage after you have everything set up. So build up your 5 stacks, use your first skill to, let's say, build up the 5 stacks. And then you start your third skill, and then you can switch over to the Thunder Cage and have fun. You'll not run out of ammo, and it'll also get reloaded instantly. So you get both the benefits, and you get more crit rate if you're standing on water. Okay, so that is the Thunder Cage. So this is the build I'm using for the Thunder Cage. I think it's exactly the same as the last time. So you can have a look at the cores here and the options. Inside, I've dropped the ammo mod and put Sharp Precision. Otherwise, it's a standard Thunder Cage crit build. Okay, so that is the Thunder Cage. And yeah, that is the Valby build for Supply Moisture. The other mods, I'm also still working on them, so I'll try and make a video soon. I've just not been well again. My health issues have popped up again, so I wasn't playing as much. But yeah, still a lot to cover. I barely scratched the surface this time. And yeah, I have all the pieces of the Whirlwind. I'm just missing those prisms, so I'm working on this, and the other gun as well. I have the 5 pieces for that one. But yeah, I'll try and get the guns ready and the other builds for Valby. And of course, Acebo, I've put 60 catalysts into him, but I'm just not satisfied with the build, so I'm just testing it some more. Anyway, I'll leave you with the footage of a couple of dungeons with this setup with the Thunder Gauge and Supply Moisture. It's not the fastest in the world. Inez will be faster, and VSL will be faster, but this is very comfortable. You have a lot of HP, and yeah, if you like playing Valby, this is a decent option as well. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
This one's for you. Initiating the underwater base search operation, Descendant. Multiple Volga signals detected in the operation zone. Proceed with caution.
This one's for you. This one's for you. First. Here I go.
Entrance security disarmed. Descendant, proceed inside.
Watch out for Plop. This one's for you. Move it. What? Ta-da! Watch out for Plop. Here I go.
Descendant, destroy the device up ahead.
Watch out for Plop. Here I go. Subvert. Loading. Watch out for Plop.
Multiple Volga signals detected in the operation zone. Proceed with caution.
Here I go. This one's for you. Here I go. Shields are gone.
We're detecting multiple Volga signals.
This one's for you. Here I go. Here I go. Watch out for Plop. Here I go. Here I go. Get sprayed. Watch out for Plop.
You need to use your hover bike from here on out. Descendant, massive energy signal detected inside the laboratory. Be careful.
Here I go. On playtime. Watch out for Plop. This one's for you. Ta-da!
Operation complete. Great job, Descendant.